I have 20 different product ideas that I think are going to be the next big hot product that I'm going to share with you in this video, as well as the 3 big Amazon FBA opportunities that were created by the coronavirus. Now, I did do a video a few weeks back talking about, is it too late to start selling on Amazon now with the coronavirus? And the short version of that is, you know what, it's probably not the best time to launch a new product right now, but right now is the perfect time to start working on your Amazon business. And the reason for this is, despite all the stocks out there crashing, Amazon stock has actually stayed pretty steady. And the reason for that is because people are buying things online more than ever. Amazon is a $1 trillion company, and while everyone else is firing people, Amazon recently hired 100,000 people. And as sad as it is to say, the coronavirus, the lockdown, has actually been really good for Amazon and e-commerce in general. More people are buying things online than ever before because people are too scared to go to the store. A lot of stores are closed down, first off, but people are also too scared to go to the stores. Once this lockdown is done, people are gonna realize that Amazon and e-commerce in general is just a better way to purchase things. Last year, e-commerce only made up 12% of all retail transactions. It's projected this year that it was gonna make up 14%. That number is gonna be higher. This means we're moving towards an economy where people are buying more and more things online. And what I'm telling you right now is this is your time to join. It's not too late to join. It's not the perfect time to launch a new product on Amazon right now because people are kind of in this fear mode, but this is the perfect time to start on your business. A lot of Amazon sellers are going to go out of business. And the reason for this is because a lot of Amazon sellers are still doing the old school private labeling wholesale methods, which used to work really well and just don't work. Can you still make money doing those? Sure, but it's not the best way. And I think this is a wake-up call for a lot of people. Right now, Amazon has banned more accounts than it ever has. It's made it very hard to start new accounts, at least during the lockdown pandemic. And on top of this, they made it so that a lot of people could not replenish their inventory. And so this should be a wake-up call to you that you need to be more than just an Amazon seller. I think that's a big mistake a lot of people make is they sell on Amazon. And as I mentioned, even though that's kind of a downer, this has opened up a lot of really strong opportunities for you to grow your Amazon FBA sales and also to grow your sales outside of Amazon FBA. And the first one I want to talk about is social media. Right now, with everybody locked down in their house, their only social interaction, or most of their social interaction, is happening through apps, through their phone, through their computer. And so if you can create a brand that has a strong social media presence, and then what you can do is you can actually drive people to buy your product from Amazon or buy your product from your own website, you can win this game. The people that are gonna be going out of business are the ones that don't have a strong social media presence. They're gonna be the people that are just doing, like I said, the boring old private label and wholesale things. The people that are reliant on Amazon 100%. But if you can engage in social media, things like Instagram, Facebook, and actually build a really strong audience, then you're gonna be able to win this, you're gonna be able to weather the storm. In fact, right now, even though my Amazon sales have dipped a little bit, my YouTube views are actually up a little bit. And the reason for this, I think, is because so many people are at home, so many people are consuming more and more content. Yes, a lot of people are watching Netflix and other things, but YouTube is entertainment. In the old days, it used to be the movie theaters. So what I would recommend doing is starting a YouTube channel for your brand. In fact, I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be sharing live as I do it and how to do it for my company, Performance Nut Butter, my passion product. I'm gonna be showing you that in the next few weeks here. I'm also gonna be doing a podcast for my product because, again, even though it's not really social media per se, it's entertainment. And this is like the kind of outside the box thinking that I think Amazon sellers are gonna have to start doing. It's not just about launching your product, doing a bunch of gray hat giveaways. It's about creating a real business. That's gonna be the future of Amazon. The second opportunity that this has created, this whole pandemic has created, is community building. Again, we're meant to have community. We're meant to be in tribes, but yet that's been taken away from us because we're all stuck in lockdown. So people are going on the internet again, looking to replace that community. What you need to do with your brand is create that community. I recommend doing this as a Facebook group. I've talked about this before. I'll link a video down below. And I use this product launch group to actually launch my product. And what I'm gonna do is every time I have a new product, and this next year, I plan on launching a lot more products. Every time I have a new product, I promote it within my group. And this idea of community building, I think, is gonna be one of those things that you're gonna hear more and more about. And as we're not able to get this in the physical world, we're gonna go to the digital world to do it. And if you can be a leader in your industry and be a leader in the community that you've created, your product's gonna do really well. Your business is gonna do well because you're providing not just your Amazon products, you're also providing a real business model, plus you're providing community to all these people, and then people are gonna be more loyal to you. Now I'm gonna get into the 20 different products that I have for you, and these are in 3 different categories. I'm gonna do that in just a minute, but the last opportunity that the coronavirus has created for Amazon FBA sellers is to start selling on your own website, start selling on Shopify. I've seen products that I tried to purchase and it says it's not gonna arrive for a month. And what do? I end up going to that person's website and actually buying a product from their actual website, which I never do in the past. I always order things only from Amazon, but because Amazon's having these really long delays, I'm ordering from this person's Shopify site. And so this should be another wake-up call for you that you need to have a backup. You need to have your own website ready to go because people might want to buy your product and they might not want to wait a month, or your product might go out of stock. Remember, they weren't allowing people to send in new inventory, which means that if you would have ran out of stock on Amazon and people wanted to buy your product, you better have your Shopify site. So again, this is a wake-up call that you need to start selling on your own site and you need to start driving traffic. So get that YouTube, get that podcast, get all your social media and try to drive some traffic at least to your own website. Same thing, you can get influencers. There's so many tactics to do this. And the big wake-up call for this is stop being an Amazon seller and start being a business owner that happens to sell on Amazon. Now, with that being said, let's go into some of the different products that I have for you. And there's really 3 different categories for these products. The first is survival stuff, survival products. And here's just a bunch of different ideas I had. I'm not saying that these all are gonna be huge winners, but I really believe if you do any one of these properly, you could create $1 million business. So what do you see people? A lot of people are walking around with masks. So how can we make a higher quality, a better quality face mask than is out there? If someone did some research and did something, maybe it's machine washable, how do you improve that existing product? Another sub-product of that is maybe having designs, maybe somehow making them look good or interesting, and instead of it just being like a black mask, maybe it's something, I don't know, maybe it's for teenagers to have some kind of design on it. I also think you're gonna see the word antiviral on a lot more stuff. So maybe it's soaps that are antiviral, because you always hear antibacterial. What about antiviral? And this could include natural antiviral type stuff, because I know a lot of natural things have antiviral properties. There's also gonna be a lot of room for different niched hand sanitizers. For instance, one thing I've thought about before is, what about traveling? Like hand sanitizers that are specifically niched down to the travel community. Maybe it's something more for the hippie community where there's no chemicals and it's just like herbs and different things like that. Some other ideas that I've had is survival kits. And I know things like this already exist, but think about how you can make your survival kit differentiated or better than the other things out there. Survival kits would include a bunch of different stuff in it, including things like ready to eat meals and just all kinds of things to survive. But something I haven't seen yet, and maybe it exists, what about a sick kit? What about a kit that you can buy when you're sick that includes things like a thermometer, that includes things like cold pads, just a whole kit for anytime you get sick? Go on Amazon, get that next day shipping, and it gets sent to you and you can start to feel better. And you can niche this down. Maybe it includes chicken soup or cookies or some kind of feel-good thing. The second category I see that could do really well is immune boosting. It's pretty obvious to a lot of people out there, but there's so many different combinations that you can do this whole immune boosting thing. There's teas, there's food. I think a lot of food could potentially start having immune boosting properties. Things like a chocolate bar that helps with your immunity. What about like some kind of a protein bar that helps with your immunity? Power bars, different things like that. You could also think about things that while you're sick that just help you alleviate some of the symptoms. Things like teas and different supplements. And the last category I want to talk about is isolation life. Now that a lot of us are in quarantine, how is this gonna change us, not only right now while we're in the middle of the isolation, but once we actually get out of the isolation, what's gonna be different with our lives? And some things that I've seen are a lot more people are playing games, a lot more people are doing puzzles. Maybe there's a twist you can do. Maybe you can do some kind of a 3-dimensional puzzle or something that's a little bit unique or different, or maybe even just brand yourself as the quarantine games or the quarantine puzzles. A lot of gyms are also closed, which means that if you wanna get your workout in, you need to do it at home. So I think at home fitness equipment, if you can properly brand it and niche it down and do something a little bit different than everyone else, you could have a lot of success with that. I've seen the pull-up bars that go in the door, but think outside the box because there's other types of stuff that you can do. Maybe it's a whole kit that comes together, but these are the kind of opportunities that most people aren't thinking about. And I think even after the quarantine, people are gonna realize, oh yeah, I can get my workout in at home. And this can be really powerful too if you combine it. Maybe you create a YouTube channel where you're showing people how to use the certain equipment that you have for sale, and then they have to buy the equipment to do the proper workouts. But again, this is a wake-up call. Think big, think different, think outside the box. What do you think? How are our lives gonna change in the coming weeks, months, years from this crazy event that's happening? And then try to see how you can help people out. Remember, don't try to take advantage of people. Try to do everything you can in an ethical way. And if you liked any of these ideas, and maybe it's something you want to work on, we can work on it together. And if you want my help, or you want to partner with any of these ideas I've talked about, or maybe you have an idea of your own for your own passion product, let me know, and I'm willing to help you out basically for free. And I did a video right here where I talked about how you can join my Amazon FBA course for free. It was a YouTube live I did on Tuesday. So check out that video, click right here. I'll see you in the next video, and remember to enjoy the journey. Even if you're in isolation, still enjoy the journey.